A. This is the third and final game that I recorded at BYG, the Bring Your Guns tournament here in Denmark. This game is between Anders Olsen, who is not a newer player, but he hasn't had much practice yet. We are training him as much as we can, and he's really good at the post-game analysis. I've had some of the best written analysis from him that I've ever seen. And Bjarke, who you've seen before in these games, he is playing on this table again, which sucks. But sometimes you end up playing on the same table more than once. I did as well during this tournament. Just what happens. So the game is a version of double envelopment where you play on the other, like the other direction of the table. So you're not playing long edge to long edge, you're playing short edge to short edge. So it's going to be way more compact. And there are some rules that you actually gain points for just like not passing over into the opponent's deployment zone, but passing into his side of the table. So a little bit of a change up of how that works. Before we go to the game, I wanted to show you the lists, of course, and let's start with this is Anders' list. Here we go. So Anders had brought a 14 order dice, 1000 points, German reinforced platoon. He starts out with a second lieutenant, an extra dude for him. Then he had Hare Pioneers, 5 men with rifles, 1 flamethrower. Waffen SS, 1 assault rifle, NCO, 7 assault rifle infantry, 1 Panzerfaust Fanatics. This is a very good push unit, but very, very expensive. Look at that, 173 points. Then we have Hare Grenadiers, 7 riflemen, 1 Panzerfaust. Green Grenadiers, 9 rifles, green, inexperienced. Schützen, and he's got 4 of those and 2 light machine guns. I have told him that these are not worth it, but he insists on checking out different types of infantry, just trying it out. I've actually played games against Anders with him using this list, and he's checking out different types of infantry, figuring out what works for him and what doesn't, which is a good way of doing it. You shouldn't just listen to random guys like me on the internet. You should actually figure out for yourself what it is that you like and what you think works for you. Medium mortar, regular with a spotter, sniper team, anti-tank rifle team, Pack 38. Again, this can be difficult to use correctly, I think, for me at least. Horse-drawn limbo. Motorcycle with machine gun sidecar. That is a good one. And a Panzer III. I would change this up if I were him next time into the version with the light anti-tank gun and the double coaxial, and then a heavy field car. So that is Anders' list. Bjarke's list is here. 15 order dice, 996 points. Again, a few points left over for a Panzerfaust. Junior lieutenant, inexperienced, People's Militia, and that is an 8-man group. I am terribly sorry about that. I've got a cold. Another 8-man group of People's Militia, a pulley truck commissar. That's the one that helps them shoot. The Free Rifle Squad, Dog 9 anti-tank team, medium howitzer with a spotter, BA-10, Tokarev. They are really terrifying. Look at that, 60 points for 4 MMGs, really cheap. A truck, and another junior lieutenant in his second platoon. Double engineer platoons here. Panzerfaust and flamethrower, all the good stuff. A BA-20 with a flamethrower turret, and a Stuart light tank, the darker version with Recce. Right, that is it. Let's go and watch the game. And as per usual, I will be doing some sports commentating here. Here we go. We're at the setup phase. they're actually drawing dice out the bag to set up. Bjarke's army is all down here. He's starting in this end of the board. Anders is starting up here. Neither player decides to have anything in outflank. Anders draws one of his own dice. That's the first one. Measures out his deployment zone. What you can actually do is just measure this out in advance. It helps. He places his pack as the first thing. Right, look at that placement. That's really cool because he's got a little bit of cover from the building, but at the same time he just closes down this road, completely locks it down. And if Bjarke wants to come up here, he can also get a shot there. Very nicely placed. Bjarke gets an order dice. I'm still terribly sorry about this placement of the camera. I have actually got myself a better camera that may be I may be able to sneak into better locations so that we can have the table top down. This was the best I could do for this event. We will be seeing Bjarke's back some of the time. He places his BA-20 on the road there. Bjarke gets another order dice. And he uses that on the far side of the forest. Is that a people's militia? I think it is. Now these inexperienced militia are not going to be very effective in double envelopment. They're going to be really difficult to pushing them up. It is a people's militia that he's placed over there, right at the edge of his own deployment zone, but they are going to be effective as a blocking unit. They do have some rifles and they can fight in close combat, and they might close off the gap in the fence up here, this gap here. Bjarke gets another order dice. Again, people's militia, this time on the nearer side of the forest. He's securing his own deployment zone here. And another order dice for Bjarke. He sets down his poly truck, I think, in the forest. Bjarke, of course, wants to keep his fleet of vehicles for as late as possible in the game. Now Anders sets up. What was that? I missed it. There's something on this side of the forest up here. Bjarke gets another setup. Bjarke places his lieutenant, one of them, behind the militia. I'm starting to become really doubtful whether or not that unit of infantry there, whether that was the assault engineers actually. It looks like 6 men, doesn't it? Anders gets the order dice. Thinking about which side of that forest to place his anti-tank rifle. I sort of like that placement because there he can sort of threaten both this way and that way. He can cover all the table. Ambush from there would be really, really good. And Anders gets another order dice. And he puts down his Schutzen squad with all the LMGs, again having loads of different angles that he can shoot down, going on ambush. Yeah. Anders gets another order dice. He places some infantry right out on the edge. Bjarke, come on, sit down please, or go to the side so we can see what's happening. And another order dice for Anders. Really, I'm terribly sorry about my throat here. And Anders deploys his other infantry. Is this the Green Grenadiers? Maybe on the far side of that forest. Bjarke's turn. Now, for double envelopment, it's really beneficial to go last. So right now, Bjarke is having one enormous advantage that so much of Anders' stuff is already down on the table here. Anders has placed them well. He's like infantry on the flanks, all the dark hair in the center, overlapping fields of fire, but Bjarke now has the opportunity to counter-deploy. He deploys way over on the other side of the table here. Luckily, Bjarke is a tall man, so he can reach across, and that was one of the not so cool things about playing this scenario. You constantly had to walk around the table and go to the other side. Bjarke deploys more of his infantry on the far flank. Maybe that was a unit of assault engineers again. Looks like a 6-man unit. Again, Anders gets to deploy something. That is his motorcycle. He puts it on the road there, the central road in his deployment zone. Right over here. Completely covered by Bjarke's back. I know Bjarke will sit down in a minute, but right now it's very annoying. Another order dice for Anders. Oh, that sucks. He's going to have to be clever about his deployment. I think that was Anders' mortar that just got plonked down in the center there. And again, Anders. Oh, this really is not good. Anders is at a point where he's deployed most of his troops now. He deploys his truck there. His mortar got deployed there. Yay! Finally, some of Bjarke's troops. Yeah. So this is assault engineers, that's assault engineers, that is a militia group, and that is a militia group. Where's the free squad then? Are they deployed here in the forest? Can't see them right now. Now the good thing about this table is there's lots of tall walls that you can move up behind, so there's a lot of opportunities to push here. But as soon as you get to the other, like the second half of the table, you're going to have to push into areas that are more open. Then the killing starts, and that applies for both of them. Bjarke feels like it's difficult to move up his trucks here, so he's very doubtful about where to start that. So he plonks down his truck behind the assault engineers, way at the back. Then he puts down a unit inside the truck. I do not know which unit that was. Bjarke's BA10 moves down behind the BA20, so he's got a whole parking lot there besides that forest. I am terribly sorry about my throat here. I'm making noise. The Darker Steward goes into the forest. It's a good placement. He'll have soft cover at least from whatever gets to shoot at him. You can see one thing though, can't you? If he can push up here, he'll be in a good place. There's this walled courtyard right where my cursor is right now. That should give him absolute cover from whatever it is that Anas deploys. Then he just has to deal with whatever Anas throws up towards it. Now the howitzer goes down. Right in the corner. It should be pretty safe there. Nothing can really get to it. Another of the Soviet dice. And the Tokarev goes. Don't you kind of wish you had an artillery strike going down right here? Now, Anas places his Panzer III right on the flank here. Again, displacement means that Bjarke is encouraged not to push along Bjarke's own edge here, down at the side closest to us. And Anas can actually push it towards this central farm, taking the center with it. Pretty clever, if you ask me. Now, forward deployers. Yeah. Right on the central road, there's a roadblock. Some logs have been laid across the road. That is the center of the table. That is what they're going to have to push past, one of them. Anas places his sniper right next to it, on his own table half, but overlooking the whole center of the table. Very, very nicely placed. Now Bjarke needs to deploy his spotter for his howitzer. Wow, you can hear Bjarke thinking here. Yeah. He throws him down on the edge of this field right down here next to my head, where he can see much of Anas's deployment, like maybe over to the Schutzen squad here, giving him a lot of possible targets for his howitzer. And Anas deploys his spotter, again very centrally. That is for his mortar. That mortar now has fields of fire basically anywhere that Bjarke would want to go. Very nicely placed. Right, that was turn one. Oh, sorry, deployment. Right, just sorry. First order dice. Anas gets the first order dice. And he runs his pack a little bit forward. He wants better vision. Come on, Bjarke, please sit down so we can see what's going on. Yeah, you can see he ran up to this fence with the pack. Bjarke runs his militia up towards the wall. That's a pretty safe move. They're in total cover behind that wall. Not in any way under threat. Another of Bjarke's order dice. He goes down with someone in a truck, I think. No, it was the officer. He moved after the People's Militia, the lieutenant down here. Anas gets an order dice. He declares an advance for his anti-tank rifle. Up towards the wall. Again, trying to move up, get into range where he can sort of start making a difference and maybe dominate the center. Bjarke's turn. So the pack moved here, the anti-tank rifle moved here. If Anas can get up and dominate this house, he can sort of prevent Bjarke from pushing up to this house and dominating Anas's placement. So it's really a race right now. Bjarke runs his free squad up along here. He knows it's a race. Bjarke may be a slow player. He's more of a casual player, but he knows his business. He knows what he's doing. He knows that he has to race. He has to run. The lieutenant follows along, or was that the poly truck? I don't actually know. Anders' turn. He also declares a run. He also wants to get up there where he can dominate the central terrain. I think this is really cleverly done, Anders. I like Anders' placements more than I like Bjarke's right now. Just Anders has a lot more terrain on, like right before he reaches the center of the table. Remember, the center of the table is here. So right before he reaches the center, he has terrain. That gives him the opportunity of sitting in that and pushing against whatever Bjarke has coming in the open. Bjarke really has to move. There goes the lieutenant, if that wasn't him before. So both the lieutenant and the polytruck are up. Bjarke's dog team is down here, next to his parking lot. Bjarke has the order dice. He really wants right now to wait with his howitzer. He wants to wait until as late as possible in the turn so that he can shoot at something that has moved already, preferably the Panzer III. It is sort of an awkward setup, isn't it, to play on that like from short edge to short edge. Bjarke moves up his BA-20. He's going to have to move that first in order for him to free up the rest of his parking lot. Moves up to the main road and then turns and moves along the road. He moves all the way up here and takes the shot at Anders' sniper. So that's moved, point blank, small team, 4. Oof. He gets it, 4 hits. Oh, Anders is going to lose his sniper. 3 dead, and they are off. Now, kill points in this mission, this version of it, do count as well. So, so that was the first push. Did Bjarke just run out of gas for his flamethrower? I think he did. Yes, he did. Oh, that sucks. Well, it killed something, and it's still worth the points if you can move it into the scoring zones. Yeah, he ran out. First shot of the game. Now he just needs to move it somewhere where it's safe and it can score points. It really helped getting rid of that sniper, because that sniper had perfect vision down towards the the lieutenant and the poly truck. He could have killed 2 ordered eyes there. I think Bjarke moved his officers a little bit too quickly. Now he moves the rest of his Sorry about my throat. He moves up his BA10. Sorry, I was just messing around here. Had a break. Right, Anders moves up. What is he moving? Some infantry. Right, Bjarke has moved his infantry up here. BA20 there, the other infantry there. He's pushing both the center and both flanks. Anders is creeping up towards all the hard cover of the walls and the houses. And he has to advance across that fence. Or run across, yeah. Right, he runs up his Schützen. Not sure this is a good idea. He might be blocking himself now. Just because his pack is there, right next to the Schützen. He gets another order dice. Again, this is not good. He really needs Bjarke to do stuff first. He moves up his truck. I think it's a half-track truck. Bjarke gets the order dice. He moves up one of the trucks on the road here. Is that the Tokarev or is it just a truck? I think that's the Tokarev. I think it's the Tokarev moving up. Anders gets an order dice. Anders advances his infantry. Right now they're perfectly safe. Nothing can really threaten them here, right? So he's just running them as far as he can up towards this hard cover. Brilliant idea. What he needs to do to win. The question comes, once he's gained that hard cover, how does he push across the center into this area? That's going to be a real kicker. Dog teams run up to the wall. They're debating whether or not the infantry can climb the wall. Of course it can. Well, it is something that you have to debate with your opponent first, of course, but they agree that they can climb the wall. So crossing it with an advance order is the thing to do. Bjarke gets another order dice. Is it time for the steward? It is. The steward advances. Has to advance out of the cover. He moves up towards the house. Right there. I don't think he can see anything. Bjarke is checking though. Again, he checks using a laser pointer. Remember, always the use of laser pointers. Laser pointers is measurement. So using a laser pointer is okay once you've declared what your action is. You can't do it before, then it's pre-measurement. And they determined that nothing could be seen. Bjarke gets another order dice and moves up his assault engineers. Sorry. These are Soviets. And another order dice. Right, this is just what Annas need. He needs Bjarke to go first with all his stuff and then respond with his panzer. Have you noticed one thing? Annas has blocked off his options with his motorcycle. Right now the pack is in the way. Bjarke moves up his truck, and now it's Anna's turn. Come on, sit down, Bjarke. We need to see the table at some point. He does have very strong shoulders, right? Bjarke has been a soldier in the Queen's Guard here in Denmark. He's very tall and broad-shouldered. Bjarke gets an order dice. motorcycle. See how I told you? He had blocked up his motorcycle's forward position, so now he goes back around. Bjarke's turn. People in the truck goes down. Last two order dice. Anders goes first. Yeah, I thought so. Bjarke had swiped his observer off the table. He was there. Right. Bjarke moves up his last unit of militia. And Anders advances his tank. Yeah, he's gonna need to turn a bit to get out of that pile of rocks. Right. That was the first turn. Pretty good going for both of them. Both of them have pushed up the 12 inches-ish that they thought they needed. And Bjarke is the one who's closest to the center right now. Anna shoots at the spotter. Yeah, it's gonna be 7s no matter what. It doesn't really matter. He's always considered down, so yeah. If you can roll that 7 though, it'll be good because taking out that would severely limit the possibilities for this howitzer. He's got a few. 2 hits. Wow. And he doesn't kill him. Oh, that sucks. Notice how Anders is using his dice tray from the last Danish nationals here. Little commercial. All players at the Danish nationals got one of these. Part of their goodie bag. Right, picking up the dice into the bag, getting ready for turn 2. As per usual, they've spent half an hour on setup, half an hour on turn 1. It's a little too slow. Anders gets to go first. He advances his tank further. That is too soon, Anders. That is way too soon. Notice the BA-10 over here? And the BA-20 there? Both of them, since he moves up now, both of them might have the chance. Well, he might get the main gun shot off on that one. Yeah, he tries. Bjarke, of course, does a recce, but now Bjarke has the opportunity of maybe driving his BA-20 down here and taking a shot with the... No, the flamethrower ran out. Anders is good.
Bjarke Regis into complete cover behind that. Yeah. Next turn, Anders has the possibility of double punishing that, but remember, there's a dog team sitting behind this wall over here. Pushing up against this is not safe. And he doesn't hit the spotter. He tried. No go. Yeah. And the Reiki dice. Here we go. Yep. Next order dice. Anders goes again. Anders, come on. You still have the possibility of setting up everything. I mean, this pack could go on ambush, looking down at that one. Everything else could just start moving up along the walls, taking the center objective. That is what you want, isn't it? Right. Anders moves up his infantry into the field. Oh, that was a howitzer hit on Anders' mortar team. That sucked. It immediately wiped it. I think Anders should have moved his howitzer as soon as possible. His mortar. If that howitzer was zeroing in, that any hit will definitely kill a mortar team. Bjarke's turn. What does he do? He shows us his back. He pushes the center more. Was that his steward moving up? I think it was. They're checking line of sight. Yeah, he did move up. See, the steward has moved from here to here, moves up, takes some shots. Two hits. One dead. He's shooting at the pack. He wants that pack to close down. He wants it to go down and get pins, and so that it doesn't actually affect the rest of his own game. That's the attempt anyway. Anders gets another order dice. What's he attempting to do? A little bit of pre-measuring stuff? Standing there with your tape out. Right. He runs his infantry up to the house. Focus on the win. That's good. Just remember your priorities. Sometimes the win is not as important as actually saving your mortar, for instance. But right now he's pushing up towards the houses. That is good. That's setting him up for a good mid-game. Bjarke does the same. He runs his free squad up towards the center of the table. Both of them are now very close to the center. And that is pretty safe. Nothing can really get to him where he is right now. Anders gets an order dice. He goes down with his lieutenant. I would have run that lieutenant forward, but he then advances his Schützen. They are now dangerously close to that free squad, right? Whoever gets the first order dice in this encounter is going to be golden, because the Schützen can definitely hurt the free squad with their LMGs, but the free squad can definitely take out the Schützen in close combat. So an interesting matchup. What will they do in order to get the best possible version of that encounter for themselves? He activates the gun. He makes it. Removes the pin. He shoots at the steward. That will be long range hardcover. He needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Does not get it. Should he have gone on ambush instead? I think he should. Right. The anti-tank rifle moves up to the wall. There are holes in that wall. And he takes a shot at the steward through the wall. Again, that will be moved, hardcover, long range, 7. And he doesn't get it. Bjarke's turn. He moves up his poly truck commissar. He needs that to be pretty close to his free squad. It will improve their firing. Infantry sneaking up everywhere. Another German unit just clawing their way forward here, pushing up towards the house. So more or less everyone is in the positions that we thought they would be by now. The one thing I do like the flanking position here for Arnes's Panzer. That means if he does get the first dice, he can push up here and threaten everything in the flank here. The only thing is that that dog team is a problem for it. What would you do? You can't push up. The dog team will get you. But you do want to. Maybe going on ambush there might be good, actually. It'd be even better if he was out here, right? Out here, turn to face everything and then on ambush. That would be really good. Right, Anas does an advance. That was a wonky advance. I don't think he could actually do that. Remember, you have to turn on the center of your truck. So in the position he was in, I think he had to move a little bit forward, otherwise he would go over that hedge fence. Can't do that. Doesn't really matter. I think he could end up approximately where he ended up, but oh, Bjarke, that was half a pre-measurement. It is fun to play short edge to short edge, but it does create a lot of traffic around the table. Now the truck drives up at a run pace, drives through. Again, maybe that was wonky, but these guys are, both of them are casual players. They will allow small wonky moves from each other. I don't know if you could actually turn in that location. It's pretty tight, isn't it? Although the steward did fit through, so. Anas goes down with his infantry in the truck. Bjarke's assault engineers running forward. No, that was a free squad, wasn't it? That was a free squad. He has assault engineers in the truck, and he has assault engineers on foot here. And they run after the truck. Bjarke here is being really clever and good about having all his forces collected in one spot. That would be horrible if the enemy had a forward artillery observer. Anders doesn't, so that is a pretty safe move, and that means that Bjarke's troops can all do overlapping fields of fire and help each other out. Anders, however, has more or less two groups. He has one group over here, and he has one group over here. I sort of like this position of Bjarke's troops. Bjarke is a veteran player. He definitely knows what he's doing here. Anders gets his last die and then 6 dice for Bjarke. So not only did Anders have to deploy first, he also gets all the first order dice. This is not what you want, by the way. Early game, you definitely want to go second. Late game, well, yeah, you want the first order dice. He moves up his machine gun, the motorcycle thing. Now, Bjarke, move the rest of your stuff. Yes, get the BA-20 to safety. It's run out. It's got nothing to do. Ha! He's been really clever about this. See what he does? Now, if Anders shoots at this BA-20, he's gonna recce. Bjarke's gonna recce. It's still got recce. If he doesn't shoot at it, if he doesn't push it away, that now has the possibility of actually sneaking all the way down to Anders' back lines. So it may have run out, but also it has the possibility of actually blocking Anders' tank now, doing suicide truck shenanigans. Really clever. Come on, Bjarke. You've had all game to think about this. What are you going to do for your last moves? The Tokarev. Oh, you've already measured. Come on. Yep. Driving up. Turning. Yes. Come on. Advance some more. You want to go up there. Don't want to sit there because right there you're visible from the Panzer III. But you don't want to go too far up either, because then the Pack 3, the Pack 38 will get you. Anyways, he moves up. Can he see those Schützen? I think he can. Yeah, he moves right to the side of the road, all the way in the curb to take the shot, and he gets it. Yep. So that is moved hard cover. But that is 20 shots coming out of the Tokarev now. Ooh. Hard cover. He's going for 6s. 2 hits. 3 hits. That was only 15 dice, so he rolls a few of them extra. Right. 1 dead. And a pin. Oh, Bjarke makes his attack run with the dogs. The dogs are climbing over the wall. They're out of range still, so he doesn't need to fire them yet, but he's making ready for next turn. Now, if Anders gets the first dice and shoot at his dogs, he will go down. He'll try to keep them alive. If he doesn't, well, there's the possibility of sneaking up the dogs and releasing them straight onto that Panther 3. Of course, there's a lot of Bjarke's own stuff that might get killed, but to make an omelette, gotta break some eggs. Bjarke moves up his infantry. People's militia. Yeah. And the lieutenant stays behind the wall. Final dice. That's the assault engineers inside the truck. The truck, it made a run move, so he's going to have to go down. Did they just forget it? Wasn't it advance? I thought he said it was a run move. Either I misheard or they just made a mistake. Anyways, Bjarke is going out. He's climbing the wall. Right, this is what Anders feared. Right now, Bjarke is taking control of one of the walled fortresses here. As I said, he should. Remember, I said he should push up here? He's doing that right now. Anders actually made a run for it, see if he could get there first. He did, sort of, but he couldn't actually push away Bjarke right now. Now, this is a bad situation for Anders. The infantry that is coming in there, that's assault engineers with a flamethrower. I think they also have a Panzerfaust. One of the units has a Panzerfaust anyway. So that is going to be really difficult to get rid of. Turn 3. This can be very decisive. Who gets the first order dice? Bjarke gets the first one. As he says now, a lot is going on. He just groaned that out right now. I know you guys can't hear it, but I actually hear the voices being spoken in the hall. By the way, this is the way I want to record this for now, just because the voices in the hall are distorted and very loud, and there's a lot of other people talking. So me just doing the commentating, I think, will be better for you guys than actually hearing the sound in the hall. Oh, you're thinking about this way too much, Bjarke. Right. What would I do? I think I actually would wait with the dogs, simply because right now there's a lot of Bjarke's own stuff waiting to get blown up by a stray dog. I think I would start with the assault engineers up here and flamethrower the Schutzen. But he does make the attack run with the dogs. The dogs run up. He's going to need force. Anyone, and one of the dogs runs towards his own guys. Oh, what happened to the light here? Right, he rolls a 3 and a 4. So one dog impacts the Panther 3. 11. Oof. That is straight through. And was that a dead? Oh, I couldn't hear what they were saying. What the result was. Yes, it is a dead Panther. Oh. That is rough. Oh. I think Bjarke just won this game. If he gets the next order dice as well, Anders is in deep, deep trouble. Anders gets it. He's going to need to do something very, very clever right now. Yeah, basically he's going to need to clear out those assault engineers. I would cross the wall and shoot them. Bjarke goes down. Anna stays on his side of the wall, which I guess is okay, but right now he's setting himself up so that the steward can drive over here and take uncovered shots. He makes his order test, and then here comes the shots. Double LMG in a shooting squad. It is, of course, very expensive, but it's a lot of shots. 5 hits. 3 dead. None of them anyone special. So 3 dead. That was good. That engineer squad is now decimated. And Bjarke will need to take a morale test, having lost 3 out of 6. Here comes the morale test. He fails, but he is Soviet, so he gets to re-roll. And he makes it. Bjarke goes again. Now is the time to punish. I would push now. I would push up the steward here, and then I would shoot the pack, and I would shoot the maybe the motorcycle as well, because now the shouldn't have acted. They are now sitting ducks for the push from everything else here. No, he doesn't push. Okay. He shoots everything at the pack. That's okay. Not what I would do. I would move up and use the ability to split fire. Just because offending 2 units will encourage Anas to at least recce with his motorcycle, and you're still pretty likely to hit that cannon. That's a lot of hits. 6 hits. He's needing 5s. 1 dead. And a pin. And Anas needs to take the morale test. Bjarke keeps swiping that spotter. He runs away, and that is the end of the cannon. That was, of course, a bit lucky, but I would still have driven up that steward. At least pushing up against this pile of logs here. That would have been best. You would still have gotten hard cover against the anti-tank rifle, but you could have offended all of this down this road. He, of course, still does have the opportunity of doing so with his Tokarev. Ooh. Anas is going into the house. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, he advances along there, getting himself some hard cover, being able to shoot at the infantry approaching over here, the militias and the free squads and all of that. They're still in a pretty bad way. There's a lot of enemy units. He shoots at the engineers. Moved and down. He's going to need to roll sixes. And they just get a pin. Bjarke's turn. The BA-20. Yes. Yes. Make a run move. Yes. Start running down. There's nothing that can damage it anymore. He turns. Oh, it was a wonky turn, Bjarke. And along the edge. Yes. That is now unstoppable. I don't think anyone here has a Panzerfaust. The only thing that can stop it is that anti-tank rifle, and that has long range now, and there are some of Anas's own units in the way. That is a good move. That's a winning move there. Right, Bjarke gets another order dice. I wish he wouldn't be so broad-shouldered and strong. We could see more. Well, I live and learn. I'm gonna have to find a better spot for the next camera setting. Anas's turn. I have no idea what he's doing. He's doing something up next to the house, but and they are measuring with a laser pointer. Another dice for Anas. Yeah, Anas is in deep trouble now. What's he got left? He's got his infantry over here, he's got his truck, the lieutenant down behind there, and the motorcycle. Not enough to stop the horde of Russians coming up.
Oh, so that isn't the lieutenant. That was the lieutenant. The lieutenant moves behind the house. Bjarke. And he pushes more infantry up towards that walled courtyard that we talked about earlier. And he gets another one. Yeah, that was his lieutenant moving up here. First order dice. The second one, yeah. Now he activates this group here. This is militia. He makes an advance, making sure that the rifles are in front. He wants them to be within 6 inches of range, maybe even without cover. And he can see more than half. It is without cover, so it's just moved inexperienced, but no, that's not the lieutenant. That is the poly truck. That is the poly truck that's right there. So he moves up the poly truck first and then moves his militia, which means that he now gets just moved. So that's fours. That's pretty good. Bjarke definitely has his priorities straight here. That is 2 dead. 2 dead and a pin. He takes the morale test. No, that's the green test, and they fail it. Oh, they get a lot of pins now. That is his green grenadiers that has just been shot to pieces, and now they. And yeah, he rolled a 1, so they get d6 pins. But that also means that they actually go down, which is a little beneficial right now because he already activated, so he gets a free down on the unit. Bjarke goes again. He is really punishing right now. He's punishing on us for, well, for trying to push up, basically. He's pushing hard on his advantage. I think key here was the loss of the Pak 38 and of the Panzer. Those two moments were actually, I think, what's going to decide this game. Come on, Bjarke. No need to draw this out. Just push. Just push everything. Yeah. Infantry, run forward. Lieutenant behind them, he could also start running now. Anas do not have enough force left in his infantry to stop you anymore. So the lieutenant runs up. They have 1 hour left of the game. The TO just called out.
Anas gets the die. What can he do now? He can move his motorcycle, but there are nowhere to go where he won't be under immediate threat. And by the way, what Anas just did there, standing with your tape measure out like that, that is a pre-measurement. You should not do that at a tournament. Oh, oh, that sucks. Anas feels like he's forced to move back. Does he have a Panzerfaust, and can he actually? Oh, I think it's too far. That'll be moved hardcover range. I don't think you should take a shot with that Panzerfaust. But Bjarke graciously allows him to reposition his Panzerfaust and then string out his infantry. It's still moved, and long range, it's not going to happen. That's a 5 if you only have one Panzerfaust. That's not good. Let's see if he gets it. He misses. Yeah, yeah. That was his one shot at stopping that BA-20. I think actually the Panzerfaust would have been worth more just staying there and maybe pushing up and blocking off the BA-10, because now the BA-10 and the Tokarev are free to move down here and start pushing through all this. Anas is again forced to do stuff. He moves up. Please don't shoot the other Panzerfaust. Just fire your rifles at the Tokarev. Shooting a Panzerfaust here would not help you. Right. Apparently Bjarke has his Tokarev on ambush. As Anas moves up to the wall, he fires his ambush. That will be hard cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. 9 hits in total. Oh, oh, that's brutal. Wonder what Anas thought that he was doing here. He loses 2 men. That's he got off easy there. Can't even remember if that unit has a Panzerfaust. Yeah, unless you need to put a pin on that unit. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. Anas holds his fire. This is a mistake. He could have shot at the Tokarev. You don't need to shoot at the closest thing, right? Right. As I said, Bjarke now pushes. He is totally safe doing this. Nothing left on that side that can threaten him anymore. So that was a wonky move. The militia moves out. You couldn't just move it across there. You would normally have to measure out that you have the range here. Possibly he does, but I'm not actually 100% sure. Because you can't run across a fence, so you'd have to go all the way around. The front guys, they were fine. The rear guys, maybe. Now Bjarke runs up. He's getting ready for a charge next turn, I think. With the free squad here. Yeah, very little Anders can do about this. He does have his machine gun motorcycle, which might be able to drive up and deliver a few pins, but that is it. Oh, there's a lot of free squad guys there, getting ready for the kill. For me, this has been a really effective use of combined arms from Bjarke's side here. He's pushed all his troops and his vehicles together, and they are effectively covering each other's angles. Anders gets to go. The motorcycle. Oh, please don't. No. No, no, Anders, no, no. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. He's driving up here trying to hurt that unit of assault engineers, but that is a mistake. Those assault engineers can go down if they want to. Bjarke doesn't. It's still like 1 or 2 dead, maybe. And Bjarke gets off with a pin. See, that was the problem. Driving up this road and trying to hurt all of this would have been more beneficial. That would have meant that you could maybe get around the flank. Maybe. You're still driving up against a howitzer, right? But at least it would have been better. Right now, you're standing in front of a Stewart and a Tokarev. One of them could go on ambush, and the other could absolutely obliterate you. If you try recce away, the ambush will trigger. Right now, that motorcycle is caught. Can't move anywhere. You know what? The motorcycle could even have driven over here and maybe tried to stem some of all this that's going to bleed into his own zone. It would still have been more beneficial. Or it could even have stayed there, gone on ambush, been ready for when this charge is going to happen, because it is. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Anas. That was a mistake. Anas drives his truck up. He turns first. Ooh. He moves up towards the BA. Bjarke's turn. Right now, Bjarke is free to actually run his BA-10 down and shoot the truck in the side. He doesn't. He instead uses his own truck. It has a pintle-mounted MMG. It shoots the motorcycle, of course. And he hits, but he doesn't penetrate. So single pin for the motorcycle. Come on, Bjarke, use that BA10. Can you see it? Right, it could move down here, and then get line of sight to that one. Take the shot. You could even argue that it's best to just shoot it with the machine gun to deliver pins. Instead, he shoots the howitzer. It misses. And he's shooting at the attacking truck there. Now, what does he have? What does Anos have inside? He disgorges his infantry. They, of course, have something. They have something nasty, right? He misses. No! I think that was the flamethrower. That misses. Oh, that sucks. Anas just now realizes that he could have shot the Tokarev. Too bad. Too bad. Right. Bjarke advances up to the road. 2 and then what? 10? Yeah. And then turn. Ah, that was a wonky move again, Bjarke. You have to turn on the center. He shoots his LMG down at the infantry. That was a hull-mounted LMG and a turret-mounted LMG, and he has what? 4 hits? 5 hits? Arnos gets another pin marker out. He was just pinned, no dead. Right, that was turn 3. Right, collecting the order dice. The players have decided to take a short break. I will skip ahead until they're back. Right. Turn 4. And Bjarke gets the first order dice. Now the right thing to do. He's moved his BA10 up. Right over here by my head. He's moved it from the road all the way up there. Takes shots at the infantry. LMG shots. Right, he shot his main gun. And he double pins the unit, and then he killed how many men? Two guys. It's an HE1. So the unit is down to 3 men. It's still alive, but pinned to smithereens. Anas has put his miniatures in a very uncomfortable place. Bjarke's turn again. Now is the time to charge over here, Bjarke. Or do that ambush and shoot thing that I talked about in the center. Yep, he charges. 10 men inexperienced. No, not just 12. It's the free squad, right? So it's 12 men. Ooh. They're ruling it as a charge against a defended obstacle. I don't think it was. It's still closest to closest, and the closest to closest was not in that line, but Bjarke kills 4. And Anas, I think he's wiped. Yeah, he is dead. Bjarke consolidates. I would consolidate if I could. The long one, I'd consolidate over this wall, because that would mean that I was now in a home run towards the back line here. But he only gets 1 inch, so he basically hucks around the cover there. Again, that's a wonky move, Bjarke. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter much at this point. Bjarke has won this game. Somebody dropped a lot of dice across the floor here. Everyone's crawling in to get them.
Another order dice for Bjarke. Right now, Bjarke has killed 4 order dice, and Anders has killed 0. It's going rapidly downhill right now. Don't overthink it. When you're at this point, don't overthink it. Just keep applying pressure at your opponent. Yep. You shouldn't do that, Bjarke. You should put it on ambush, but okay. Hirakis. Hirakis all the way back. Yep. One more of Bjarke's. Again, keep applying pressure, keep pushing at this point. And I think the right thing to do would be to pressure these guys. So driving the Tokarev off, Tokarev off, Tokarev up. Damn, I can't speak anymore. Driving up the Tokarev and then shooting at point blank range. I think that would be good. He just shoots where he is. I think you could benefit from driving it up because that would mean that you had a possibility of sneaking forward, getting more points, you know. But still, shooting at point blank would be good. And then these guys are not threatening right now, so he could just keep on pushing his infantry up once these guys along the wall were down. Anas decided to stay up, I think, and not go down, so he loses a single guy, well, two guys, and gets a pin. The Schützen shoot at the assault engineers up here. Remember, these assault engineers, they go down, by the way. There are 2 or 3 men left. There's still a threat to these guys, the Schützen. If you can wipe that, that will be a good thing, but he's got too few units to stop all this infantry. He kills 3. That is the unit. First kill for Anas. Congratulations, Anas. That took a lot of work, didn't it? That wasn't fun. Half an hour left. The TO just called out. Bjarke gets his order dice. He now just has to run down. Yep, here he goes. He's so much ahead on kill dice that any units right at the back will be plenty to just bring him the victory. Anas tries to get his infantry moving, I think. Yeah. They have, what, 3 pins? He makes it. They go down a pin. What does he want to do? Well, he needs to stop all this infantry from moving up, and at the same time he needs to stay alive. There's a Tokarev right there, and there is the Stuart, which hasn't moved yet. They move up. That is a death sentence, but okay. He's at a point where he needs to take desperate chances. So he moves up. That was a long 6 inches on us. He correctly shoots the Tokarev. That needs to go. But there's a whole people's militia down here that can actually charge him now. He's within 12. Yes, they will fight simultaneously, but they will also wipe him out, I think. And there's the Stuart that can just turn and obliterate that unit. On a splits fire, trying to take out 2 units at once. He needs to do this. It needs to happen. Bjarke goes down with his dog team. Down, soft cover, small team 7s, but point blank 6s. And then there's the pins 7s. He hits with the Panzerfaust. He gets a 5, so it's double damage. It dies. The Tokarev goes away. He really needed that. This is really risky business, isn't it? Then he needs the dog team to die as well. Not a 1. Nothing. Okay. Well, now he's liable to get charged. And Bjarke gets the opportunity. I think he should go either with his Stuart, he goes with the Stuart, or with the charge. The Stuart is pretty safe. He can always run the infantry forward now. The Stuart goes up, point blank. Just darkens everything to hell. Yeah. So that's moved point blank. Falls. He shoots the main gun as well. Ooh. That's a 1-inch template. +1 HE. 1 dead. So 1 dead from the main gun, and then we have the hull and the LMGs, the sponsored LMGs. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. 5 hits. No, 8. Well, they die. They all die. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, it's just a cascade of bad things happening to us. I don't think he really can stop it now. Right, here we go again. Messing around with the sound here. Anna shoots his anti-tank rifle. He immobilizes the truck. Wait a sec. Something's going on here. Yeah. Ha! Maybe I also need to show you my face and the screen. Right, Anna shot his anti-tank rifle, immobilizing the truck here. He tries activating his infantry right on the flank. They are pinned to smithereen, but he makes it. And he blocks. He moves his infantry up in front of the BA-10, blocking it off so it can't move forward anymore. Clever, but it won't be enough. Bjarke is already way ahead. He misses with the flamethrower, and he runs out. No, he didn't run out, but yeah, he did run out. So the flamethrower actually goes away. Oh, yeah. I mean, what would you do at this point if you were on us? Your options are very, very limited, right? I could just keep running, keep pushing, just run up all your stuff. It doesn't really matter anymore. And they were pinned, and now he makes the auto test and he runs. No, he failed it. Well, what? Looks like they went down. I couldn't hear what they were actually saying there. Anyways. And this is all the dice. Yes, that is the truck left, and he has a unit of infantry left. That's all. The truck moves a little bit. Can't really do anything anymore. Bjarke's turn. I don't know why I am crouching down next to Anna's table. Maybe because my stuff was below the table as well. Right. At this point, I think I had finished my game. I was playing against David from the Danish WTC team, and I beat him fairly quickly. Both of us are quick players, so we were through turn 6 at this point. Yeah, Bjarke just needs to keep on moving up. That's all he needs to do now, and he's home clear. home free. He's in the clear. The poly truck moves up. The lieutenant moves up. Everything just pushing forward. Taking those points. The cannon can shoot. It shoots at the infantry group over here. He is not zeroing in, so he needs a 6. Nope. Yeah, then we have the infantry over here, the militia group. They go in ambush. The officer moves up. Anders his order dice. His officer moves out from the house. Takes maybe a few shots if he can. He has assault rifles, 4 shots. That'll be range and maybe some cover. He needs 5s to hit. He drops the dice. Well, Anders charges the BA-10. He may actually get this. This is possible. The BA-10 only has 7 plus armor, remember. Bjarke could spring his ambush here. I think he should, but doesn't look like he's doing it. 15 minutes left. 2, so he needs to roll a 5 to glance, 6 to pen. Not enough. He rolls a 3. Oh well. Anders consolidates, moving 2 inches back. It was worth a try. Right, picking up the order dice. End of turn 4. Going to turn 5. Bjarke goes first. He of course moves his BA10. That means that if Anders continues to charge him, he'll only hit on 6s. So of course Bjarke moves, and then he can do some split firing if he wants to. Anders goes down. He needs to keep as many of his men alive as possible. Bjarke shoots at the small unit in front of him. And I think he killed one. We need an order test, a morale test. Which he fails. Anders loses yet another unit. This is definitely cascading downwards. Stewart turns, moves up, shoots at the Schützen, as I said that he should last turn. Now he's taken both both units down. Anders goes down. It's moved down. Yep. He needs 6s. But that should be fairly easy, shouldn't it? With the Stewart, 18 shots. One, two, three. 3 men dead. Whew. This means that Anders will have to take a test again. -1, but his lieutenant is right there. Why didn't he take the test? Did they forget about it? I think they forgot about it. Anyway, it won't matter much. Bjarke has one. Yeah, now he charges again. The free squad charges the lieutenant. I think they were within... No, they were outside of 6. So Anders needs to shoot his assault rifles on the way in. But this is going to cost him his lieutenant. That's hard cover, but short range, so it'll be 5s. That's 4 hits. Oof. 1, 2, 3 dead. Oof. Assault rifles, man, they're really good. And now they fight simultaneously because Bjarke needs to go around stuff. Right. Bjarke has 6 men left after the assault rifles have taken their toll. Right. Bjarke kills him, and Anders fails to scratch the paint on his nice uniforms here. So consolidation, and he can basically keep pushing at this point. Just push them further up, but he doesn't need to. He pulls them back into cover. Okay. I think I would have just pushed. These guys are definitely not in for another turn, so just continuing the push. Well, there is that motorcycle up there that could actually damage the unit, but the Schützen is down, right? Bjarke gets another order dice. And he gets to do stuff. I thought that was immobilized. Wasn't that immobilized? He shot it before. That, I think they made a mistake here. I think they both forgot it was immobilized. Anas activates his motorcycle, but he fails it, so he's going to have to retreat. There are visible enemies. He should retreat from them right now. Again, making a small mistake. At this point, it won't matter, but 5 minutes left. Mattio's calling out the time now and at regular intervals. Jan the TO has a very loud and clear voice. He's the singer in a heavy metal band here in Denmark. Very, very nice voice. Good for calling out time. The anti-tank rifle might damage the Stuart, but misses. Bjarke gets an order dice. Come on, Bjarke, just run your stuff forward. Everything. Move. He shoots. Misses. Anders tries another assault on the BA-10. Two hits. He needs 5. He gets a 4. Not enough. And he consolidates back. I think he got 4 inches this time of consolidation, so enough to get his guys a little bit away into safety behind the wreck. Yeah, Bjarke runs. A lot of people disturbing the game right now. You shouldn't do that. At a tournament, you should let players finish up. This was a team tournament, and the captains were allowed to talk to their players. But since Bjarke is the captain, people shouldn't really be coming up to him and talking to him right now. Not about his game. It does not matter much right now because Bjarke has clearly won it. Anders saves his truck, moving it close to his own infantry so that it lives. Pretty much all he can do right now. Come on, focus for the last few minutes, Bjarke. Bjarke moves his lieutenant into safety. He doesn't really need him to run towards the back line. He is very, very safe at the moment. No, the other way around. I think a single dude got caught on the other side of that parapet, that wall. So instead, he pushes up another unit. He moves up, shoots at the motorcycle. That will be inexperienced moved hard cover. Not hard cover. Okay, so 5s. But since it's a militia, they only have a few rifles. That was it. and the last die has just been called out, and Bjarke just manages to kill the motorcycle on the last order dice of the game. That was it, gentlemen. Good game from both of you. You made too many mistakes and you played slowly, but that was intense. The crucial moments again came. Who came first to this line here? Anders sort of did, but then he lost 2 key units in one fell smooth swoop. Now they're just counting up the points. I can already tell Bjarke is way ahead. He wins on points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kills to Anders' 2, and then there are the points for the units that he's pushed up into Anders.